and welcome to Learn Java. In this video we are going to learn about dependency injection in Spring. Dependency injection, also known as DI, is a technique in which an object receives other object that it depends upon. It allows loose coupling of components. So let's look at this with help of an example. Let's say you need a phone. If you need a phone, you do not make a phone by yourself. There is a place called Phone Factory that will assemble various parts of a phone and provide a working phone for you. A phone is dependent on its battery, so a battery is injected to a phone. Similarly, a screen also helps to build a phone, so a screen is also injected to a phone. Finally, after injecting various components that a phone is dependent upon, a phone will be ready to use. Dependencies are like helper class. Screen helps to build a phone. Similarly, a card reader helps to build a phone. There are various aspects that helps to build a phone, and a phone is finally built. So let's look at some coding examples. So go to Eclipse project, right click, go to new, and let's create a package. I am naming this com.learnjava.di. You can name it whatever you want. So now let's create an interface. Right click on your package, go to new, and let's choose interface. So we will name our interface phone. So let's name a method here that is public string phone info. Let's go ahead and save this and create a class that will implement this interface. Right click on your package, go to new, and let's create a class. So let's name this iPhone. Now let's also add the interface. So it will have a phone interface. So let it return something like this is an iPhone. Let's go ahead and save this. So a phone has various parts, so let's create an interface known as parts. So let it have a method known as public string get parts. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's also create a class that will implement the parts interface. So we will name this memory card. So we also want the part interface. So we have our memory card.java class. So let it return something like working with memory card. Let's go ahead and save this. Now we are talking about dependency injection. So we want this dependency, that is the memory card dependency, to be injected to our iPhone class. So how do we do that? Now first of all, we have to create a private field for our parts interface. So in this video we are going to learn about the constructor injection. So we will create a constructor. So public iPhone will be the constructor name, and we'll also give here arguments of the type parts, and we will name this the parts. So let's do coding. So let's go to our phone interface and let it have one more method name, that is public string get the parts. Let's go ahead and save this, and let's go to our iPhone.java class and let's implement the unimplemented methods. So we will simply return parts dot get parts. Let's go ahead and save this. So as this is a spring, we need to have a spring configuration. So go to your source, right click, go to new, and let's create an XML file. Choose XML file, go to next, and let's name this. You can name this anything you want. I'm naming this application context.xml. Now go to your favorite browser and go to this link which will be given in description. Copy this and paste it in your application context.xml file. So we will define some beans here. So first of all, we will define bean for our parts class. So the bean ID will be the parts. So we also have to define the class here. So go to your memory card.java class, click in your memory card class, right click, and somewhere you'll find copy qualified name. So go ahead and paste it in here. So you can see your qualified name will be copied and you can simply paste here. So it will save you a lot of time. So we'll also create another bean. So let the bean ID be the phone, because we are creating bean for the phone. Similarly, let's also go to our iPhone.java class, click on iPhone, right click, copy qualified name, and then paste it. Let's save this. So we are talking about dependency injection here, and we have to define the injection right here. So you will define the constructor dependency here. So just create a tag called constructor arg, and you can close this. So you will just give a ref equals to, and you will give this bin ID. Just go ahead and copy this in your constructor arg ref. So this is good to go. You have to save this. Now let's create a main file to run this program. Actually, right click on your project, go to new, and go to a class. So let's name this spring di main. So as this is a main class, you need a main method. So go ahead and click on this main method and click on finish. So let's do some steps that we have to follow here. That is, load the spring container, access the bean, call the method, and close the context. Let's do some coding. Now let's load the spring container. That is, just type class path control space. So you have your class path, XML application context class. So I'm naming this context. You can name this anything you want. So new, again control space, choose this. So you are going to give here your XML file name, that is application context.xml. Go ahead and name it. Let's go ahead and save this. So we need to access the bean. So we will access the bean in type phone. Phone is equals to, we need to get bean, so we'll just do context.getBean. So we need to give a bean ID here. Go to your application context.xml file. So our bean ID is the phone. Go ahead and copy this. You can also type this, but copying will save you from some spelling mistakes if you have a really long and hard spelling. So here we will give the class name, that is our phone.class. Let's go ahead and save this, and let's print out the method actually. So sout and control space will give you a print line. So what we will do is phone dot, let's print the phone info first, and we will also print phone dot get the parts, that is our dependency. Let's go ahead and save this. Oh, we also have to close the context, so we'll just do is context dot close. So let's go ahead and save this, and let's try and run this program if it works. So you can see this program works just fine. It gives you, this is an iPhone, which is its own method. It will also give you the parts method, that is, this is the dependency injection, that is